What? Well, not the fireworks we were expecting on the 4th of July. Let me zoom in closer. Y'all can tell that's a car. Holy shit. That's crazy. That is fucking nuts. Well, there's another one. Not the fireworks we were expecting, but you get what you pay for. Stay savage. A couple weeks ago, I put up a post on Instagram, and it was like, what do you guys want to see? And one thing stuck out to me. One of my followers named Charged90, he wants this is exactly what it said: a video on your inspiration history and why you picked the V6 Challenger, why you didn't pick up anything else besides like a V8 model, why do you want to continue down the path you're on, what are your goals for the build, why Pro Charged versus root style, possible future plans, maybe a video on something just as simple as what got you into cars in general. So we're gonna run with what got me into cars. Very simple. I grew up with had a single mother who was extremely young, and while she made ends meet, she made sure I never needed for anything, but wants were not a priority. So we didn't have the best cars growing up. We didn't have the luxury of this, we didn't have the luxury of that, but I grew up in a household that taught me respect, taught me loyalty, taught me honor, and taught me to serve. Did that with a smile on my face. But getting into cars became my way of individuality, building it how I want it. It's an extension of myself. So my first car ever I bought in Oceanside, California in 2008 was a 2002 Jaguar X-Type that I tested the waters on how I could customize stuff myself. And with that, like, the thing was blue, silver, yellow, big ass wheels on it. It was heinous. We ended up blowing that motor up. We ended up putting a 5.7 Chevrolet motor into it. It was fun. We'll put a clip of it in here.
Come fuck with a magician, you feel me? I'ma make that 600 pop up.
That car ended up catching on fire on the highway. Only got $1,000 for it from the insurance when it happened. But the new hot car just came out, the FRS. So I went and saw my boy who worked at a Toyota dealership at the time in Escondido, California, and I wanted to go test drive one. So we test drove one, loved it, and then he showed me the 10 Series, which was a Toyota or Scion at the time's. That was their like SRT. This is their performance model. That had absolutely no difference in performance. Added some lights, added a couple little lightweight things, but nothing to be impressed by. And I mean, it was fun. I mean, you can never take away from that platform the fact that you can throw it around with nothing, with no power. Like, what is it, 200 at the crank? I was lucky if I saw 140, but the fact that you could just Swedish flick it and the back end would go that way was awesome. Over the lifespan of that car, I went through 9 sets of tires and only had it for 2 years. I put 67,000 miles in that car. So I ended up, after that, literally, I started getting talks because I got into the whole bodybuilding thing. I got into lifting a lot more rigorously, and I actually started putting some size on. I started catching the jokes like, bro, you don't fit in that car, and I was like, alright, well, maybe it's time or something. So I started looking at the Challengers and Chargers. I always liked them. A buddy of mine back in the day, Joe Dalo, had a 5.7, and my car was fun as hell. I'll never take that away from it. That thing was fun. So one day I was sitting in traffic in San Diego, and Got sick of sitting in traffic, so I pulled off the road, saw a Dodge dealership, and pulled in, went and looked. They were offloading this car. I went and talked to the guy inside, a Russian dude. It was really funny. It was like talking to the guy from Grand Theft Auto. And I was like, check it out. And I was like, check it out. I want to test drive it. So we took it for a test drive. I ended up loving it. And he's trying the whole time to talk me to a V. And I'm like, dude, I drive too much for my work. I need something that's going to be decent on gas. He was like, okay, well, I completely get that. So we ran with that. And I told him, this is how much I'll put down. This is how much I want for my trade. This is what I'll pay. You make it happen, I'll buy the vehicle. Otherwise, you're shooting smoke in the wind. 2 hours later, I left with this car. The motivation behind this now, where it is now is, and I have to thank the Mopar community for this, is, oh, you bought a V6 because you couldn't afford a V8. Well, it's not true. I mean, you can say whatever you want to in the comments, and I know you're going to, but it's simply not true. I can afford a Hellcat right now. Do I want a Hellcat? No, I don't. Would I drive a Hellcat? Sure. If I won one from Speed Society, I'd drive the dog shit out. But do I see it as a smart investment on my end at the moment? No, not at all. Saner heads prevail. While I do love cars, I love building my power, and I have no problem starting at a base model because cars are not assets. They depreciate. They are not going to be worth what they are now 5 years from now. They're just not. That's how it works. I mean, you lose, what, 20% as soon as you drive off the lot? So I want assets. I want to be able to buy houses. I want to be able to travel, stuff like that. But back to what I was saying, thanks to the Mopar community, oh, you couldn't afford a V8, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So I started making phone calls. I started watching YouTube videos. I started doing research, and lo and behold, I established a relationship with Rip. Let's fast forward through the whole world right now, and this is where we are now. I mean, my build's pretty well known. I got to admit, it's getting to the point now where I'm known in the Dallas area. I go to car meets. You're 86 face. I am not used to that. That is so weird to me. But the fact that something started out as minute and not worth it in other V8 owners' eyes, or other Mopar owners' eyes, that today I'm recognized, I think is pretty cool. So, bottom line, my inspiration is for me getting into cars this was an extension of myself. It was a way for me to show my personality, my knowledge, and my individuality without pissing everybody off. And somehow that's still backfiring. But either way, guys, I hope you had a safe, awesome 4th. We're going to start gearing up for We Are Mopar, so leave your comments below if you're going to be there. I mean, try to keep the hate at a minimum. I know you're not going to, but try. And I'll catch you guys next week. Stay savage.